Hi, I'm Ben. Welcome to Monzo Insider. I'm a cinematographer and I've worked on a large number of award-winning short films, music videos and promotional work for companies like Google, Men's Health and Honda. I'm now a videographer here at Monzo, which means it's my job to bring our vision of better banking to life using video. I use a few bank accounts, and having recently upgraded to a Monzo current account, I'm interested to find out how Monzo could soon become the control center for all aspects of my financial life. Monzo have a new feature called Pots, which could be the first step towards this, so I'm here to find out more about it from the people behind the idea.
My name is Valerio. I'm a product manager here in Monzo in the partnerships team.
My name is Zander. I am a product designer here at Monzo.
Yeah, so the original idea for Pots came about, I think, more than a year and a half ago in the community forum, where a community member just posted an idea saying, hey, Monzo is great at budgeting, but I'd like to go the extra step for this. And what I'd like to do is put money into separate kind of pockets, I think he called them in the beginning, so that I can name them, for example, for bills or for my holiday, and I can just pull money out in and out. And we're like shocked. It was a great idea. And Hugo, I think about 5-6 months ago, shared a sneak peek on the community forum and got everyone excited. And that was sort of the first sort of sketch of Pots. And then me and Zander attended the FCA Tech Sprint, which is a 2-day hackathon with the FCA, which is our regulator in the UK, Financial Conduct Authority. And this tech sprint was focused on finding solutions for people that have mental health conditions.
Yeah, so the topic of mental health is something that we looked into quite a lot in the past. I think in January of this year, I had actually written an article about it, which kind of led to us going to this FCA tech sprint. And from there, we kind of developed on some of the ideas, and Pots kind of came into play because it was the ability to segment or kind of ring fence money inside of your account. It won an award at the FCA Tech Sprint, and it was considered kind of very beneficial for not just users suffering from mental health conditions, but kind of anyone, because the ability to split up money inside of your account is basically an essential part of any other offering from other banks. So I think that since day one, actually, Pots was something that we were building with the community. Right before we started the actual development of it, I think you posted again on the forum on that very same thread, which was to kind of start a discussion about how we could actually implement Pots. I think there was also the question of names brought up. So I think that's kind of the evidence that kind of regardless of what aspect of Pots it was always a community feature from the start. It was something that originally came from the forum that people were interested in. The original design concept was posted there, and then our progress along the way was kind of linked entirely to the forum.
We didn't want this to be just another product that it's out there, just like a savings account, for example. So we wanted to try to avoid using this type of words like savings account or whatever. And so the two questions I've asked one was what name, how would you name this? And I posted probably 10 ideas for names, which came out from sort of some of the comments in the community, but also internally in Monzo. The second question I asked was what problem would Pots solve for you? And the reason why we asked that was that we wanted to gauge what the actual user need was for this type of product, and trying to build then a product around that, right? Instead of taking what a savings account looks at a traditional bank and replicate it internally. So the most interesting aspect about Pots is that it's actually an abstraction on top of your current account, rather than being a separate account that we open for you. And so the reason why that's very interesting is not only because it means that we're not essentially replicating what a savings account normally looks like at a traditional bank, but we're actually preparing sort of the groundwork for a lot of the future features. Because it's just an abstraction that we've created on the current account, it means we can readapt that to serve multiple purposes for multiple features. The way we work in Monzo is a very iterative way, and so we try always to release very early on an MVP to sort of like a minimum viable product of what the product should look like, it will feel like, so that we can sort of gather as much data about how the users interact with and what's the user behavior around it, so that we can dictate future iterations. And so at the moment, pots are essentially just a place where you put money manually and you take out money. What we would like pots to sort of support in the future, and what the community is sort of asking us to do with pots, is very interesting. But we could allow automatic transfers in and out of pots, which means that, say, you can put every week you can put 50 quid inside your pot, or you can round up your spare change from £1.60 to £2, for example, and put it into a pot so you can start saving a little bit more. And to more advanced solutions like integrating with third parties. So, for example, and this is part of the work that the partnerships team does, we could integrate with third-party providers of savings accounts or investment accounts, maybe robo-advisors, and so you could turn that pot into a cash ISA, stock and shares ISA at another third party. Or to take the budgeting functionality a step further, we could allow all of your direct debits, recurring payments, standing orders to come out directly from a pot, so that what you actually see on your card that is available is whatever is left of your salary, of your monthly allowance after your sort of commitments, which is exactly, comes back to the idea that we sort of developed for the FCA tech sprint at the time.
Pots is a great feature. It enables me to have all of my finances in one account, which makes it much easier to keep track of. It's also great to already be hearing about the future of pots. I think there's some really cool ideas being discussed, so it's only going to get better and better with each update.
What are some of the best names that we've had for pots so far?
I think it was "This is a pot."
That's pretty accurate.
Chubby's Day Out was pretty
Chubby's Day Out, but it was kind of like... Chubby's Day Out is pretty good as well.
We've previously invited people with video making experience to host their own episodes. Now, we'd like to open this up to anyone in the community that has a burning question about something that we're working on here at Monzo. So if you'd like to host your own episode of Monzo Insider, get in touch via the details on screen and we can help bring your idea to life.